maxx. All right, so let me go back to this page. Okay, so let's oh, that's a big truck. The NV Energy truck
So
came.
what happened? So you guys got hit by lightning?
It's crazy.
How did
What's
it
that?
affect? How did that lightning strike affect you?
Well, our power is out to our well right
Oh,
now, and which is kind of like this is the year for being out of water on the well. Hopefully it didn't fry the components of it. So,
yeah. Oh,
but I learned that up there on those power poles and the transformers, there's some, I forget what he called it, but there's something up there that's supposed to take the lightning strike so it doesn't hit the transformer. But this lightning actually hit the transformer.
oh my gosh.
It like
Wow.
is all munched.
Was it a loud pop or anything? Did you hear
Yeah, it
it?
was super. Well, the thunder came like right, like the same time as the lightning, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Hey,
so
It-
here,
don't forget about the mini heart attack you had when you thought you lost him. So,
yeah, I jumped out of the tractor and ran over there, and
Oh my gosh.
William wasn't. He was working in the area, but he wasn't there. He wasn't answering as I was coming up. I was like, "Oh no, is he?"
Is he gone?
All right, so let's just kind of recap this here. As I'm talking about. So we'll do a per night flat rate per night. After certain nights, they get a bump in the nightly rate, and that could continue. And this is a good idea because we can say if you work it that way, you can tell them like if you work every night, you're going to end up getting like $2,000 or 1,000 or whatever, and this is how you'll get it. I like the idea of doing an all 3 night bonus because that's like, or each and like on the, even on the first weekend, if it's only 2 nights, if you're there every night of the week, you get a bonus
and
every.
you can get consistency and show that way if you have people multiple nights in a row and you can work from the previous, night's notes.
And then we can also give oh, and then we would have a threshold, no pay until working X number of nights,
Mhm.
and after which we'll back pay the prior nights worked. And so that's the question. If are you guys able to see the calendar here, like on my computer?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna start. We're gonna do the 3rd and the 4th this weekend. I think we're gonna start here instead of starting in September. So I think Thursday night will be like the family and friends night and the dress rehearsal night.
That helps.
So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 that last Friday and Saturday. So we're going to do 14 nights.
So launch date's going to be first week in October, first Thursday in October, instead of the 27th. All right, one extra week is nice. Gives me a little buffer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like because we try to do 5 weeks basically. And I mean, if we were really aggressive, we could try to do that September, but I don't know. Heather, do you have any thoughts on that?
I like it. Muted, darling.
Sorry about that. Anytime I've noticed, anytime we try to stretch past 16 days, we get people starting to drop out.
Are
So
you good? Not, I mean, if we were really like aggressive, we could do like this Saturday night, September 30th as the family and friends night. Something like that gives us a,
we
but
could do that if you want to,
I
instead
would,
of
Yeah, I'm
The
sorry
fifth?
to interrupt you, Heather. I just thought I just added that. I think family and friends night with a week prior to give me time to fix anything that is run into on an operational night. You need to have that. So if I can have a Sunday to be like, yeah, we got to fix this thing, and then
Yeah.
have a week to kind of come
We
out.
could even do like a Friday. Do you want to do the 29th or do you want to do the 30th?
Yeah, Friday would be even better. I have a whole weekend to fix any technical issues.
What do you think, Cameron? Are you okay with that?
Well, I need to look back at my schedule that Natalie and I were making for when the corn maze opens
Okay.
at night, and for some reason, and when zombie paintball starts also. So, but it's a possibility that we do a soft opening. I would probably want to do it on the Saturday because once we start, it's hard for people. If we did it on Friday, people would show up Saturday, the 30th. They're
Okay.
like, "Oh, we heard you're open," and they would show up.
You're right. You're right.
Well, if it's an invite only type of thing, or is that to your chat too? I don't know how big your family and friends thing is. I don't know much about
I've
it.
never done it.
Well, the element of it is that, yeah, we've never done a family and friends, but usually on the soft opening, we'll just people that are here will just be like, "Hey, it's half price or whatever," and we just to get people to go through. And so I'm just saying, like, once you're open, even if it's like by invite only, it's kind of like you're open.
Well, what if I mean, what if you do you do it's not advertised, it's not an advertisement, you do an invite only, family, friends, and a media night, right? And so you invite the news organization, say, hey, you get a free walkthrough to see the event, to get videoed, and you can release the story on, anytime during the week, but with the dates of what the opening is. Gives you free publicity, free press, something to do. That, trust me, weekend anchors are desperate for news in October on the weekend. They've got nothing. They have nothing. If they can send out a photog on a Saturday, to go through a thing, or Friday or whatever, it would give you free press. Plus it gives me the weekend to fix things, gets you free press. And I think if you do invite only, it's just a press event. I mean, I don't know how your experience in the past, but I don't see how the public would see, oh, we're open.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I like the media night thing. It's funny, I can get the photogs to come on zombie paintball, but it's hard for me to get them to come into creepers.
Well, we just send them. I've written plenty of press kits. I still know the head of all the different all the news desk editors. So I can reach out to my connections there and just say, like, and we can send them a press kit. Like, if we can get some video up ahead and make a little bit of a hype thing, like, hey, come out and check out creepers. There's still a chance that they don't come out just because it is a business. But, like, if you could put it all in totality, you could wrap it all together. Come out, check out zombie paintballs, check out corn creepers, check out all the different events, all the fall events that are here, and come do a walkthrough all together. And then, like I said, they're looking for content, and getting video of that kind of stuff would be cool. If we can take our best set, our best scene that looks really crazy, and send them a picture of a video of it, come check this thing out this year. I think we could draw some attention.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Going back to the compensation stuff. How many nights do you have to do it before you get paid? If we're doing 14, 15 nights, Heather, let's all give your number. Heather, what do you say?
I say 6.
6. Ryan, what do you say?
I mean, I think that decision is based off of knowledge of your actual income versus outflow. And
if you were an actor, at what point would you be like, man, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. I don't want to get any money. I need to move.
Right.
Right.
Well, I know I'm already getting. Oh, how many nights you have to get to till you get? But yes. Well,
I mean, take to prove them.
I think you want to walk that line where, I mean, if they see, like, oh, well, it's only if it's 3 or 4 nights and that's too much for them, they're going to ditch out on you anyway. So you do want to get to a certain point where you lose the dead weight people that are just going to show up for a couple nights. So the whole season's 14 nights is what you said, or how many nights is the whole
It'll be 15.
14 or 15.
15 nights? I mean, I'd say, yeah, I mean, I'd say maybe five nights.
Okay, you're Heather 6, you're 5. Christy, what do you say?
So I say 6 even before Heather did, only because my rationale is that gives them working for 2 weeks and then they get a paycheck, pretty much like other jobs. Like usually most jobs pay every 2 weeks and you don't get your first check until after working for 2 weeks. So that's kind of my thought there, that it's kind of similar to any other job that they might get.
That makes sense.
Takes a bit to get your first check.
I only did the 5 because of the structure, the 5, 10, 15, you can do a structure. One, but from the pace, from that side of it, that makes sense.
Basically, you have to the first 2 weeks and then you'll get paid if that's kind of the number we're looking at.
And that's if they do each night of the week. So if they're working like 1 night a week, they might get it on the last week, or if they're working 2 nights or 1 and 2.
Yeah, if you're only working 1 or 2 nights, then you're not getting paid till the very end anyway.
Okay.
And you could just use that structure. 6 nights is first pay structure. Next 6 nights is the next bracket up, and then the final couple nights, meaning you make it the whole season, that's an even larger bump. So you've only got, so that's 6, 12, and that's an extra 3 nights. So that last 3 nights making the whole thing could be a really nice bump. Yeah.
Christy, are you feeling comfortable with being able to track and manage that?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I would like to. Yeah, I think we can. Honestly, I think having farmhand is going to help a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
Since all that's automated, and I can pull. Yeah, I think that's manageable.
Okay, cool. Let me go back to the agenda. So I think Christy, maybe you and I and Natalie will need to drill down into the pay, the nightly pay. I like that idea though. And we'll also have to build in some rules for excused absences or tardies. Like, do you get so many tardies allowed, or someone's stuck in traffic and got a flat tire?
Yeah,
those type of, if there's any exceptions.
Good thoughts. Right. Good thoughts. So I marked down to, this is a complete aside going back for seconds, just on the media night, if we decide to do it, we should also look through Reno and Carson's social media influencers and add a couple of them. Anyways, that's an aside thing.
Okay. Let me add that back in.
Because those people will get you more people than news.
Like, we need to get Jeremy Renner.
Oh man,
there you go.
I don't know if he's been going out lately, obviously since his thing, but I have several friends that drink with him downtown often. I'll just have to like, hey guys, is Jeremy out and about? Maybe I can get a random encounter with him.
That'd be huge.
All right, next topic. Christy, are you okay on time?
Sure.
Okay. And I want to try to go kind of quick and wrap this up quick, but communication channels. Actually, maybe we don't even need to talk about this, but we just have a lot of we've used a lot of communication channels in the past for creepers and stuff, and I want to get some. Well, actually, Christy, will you talk about farmhand in the app? And maybe that's maybe that's the answer.
Sure.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we have Cameron and Natalie's son Kyle has developed an app called Farmhand, and it's where we've started using it a little bit, but it's really great. We can use it for communication. Well, maybe by October we'll be able to use it for communication. It's that part's still in the works, but that's where we can give incentives. We can offer like their employee ID is found in the app. For our baby animal days, everyone was given a free bouquet of tulips. And so that coupon was in there. And that's how you redeemed it, was through that app. We're really hoping, like I said, by October to be able to, it'll basically to have it replace GroupMe, in that all the messaging can be taken place in that app. And I mean, I think with creepers, it might be, or maybe it'll be nice to start kind of fresh. You said you have so many people in a lot of these groups. You have to download the app in order. Well, we can also, through the app, we can text people to their phone, to their normal text messages, as well as communication through the app. So it also, at some point, scheduling will be made there, and that kind of thing. So it's pretty awesome.
That's a good idea. Cameron,
Yeah.
the Anglin family about to get that app, honey.
Yeah, it's great. It's really close to
Yeah,
being fully functional.
It's a good idea. There's a lot of growth in this sector. So
Okay, yeah, that actually answers it. So for internal communications with creepers, it's going to be on the app. So, okay, why don't we wrap up? What are the assignments from this meeting, or things that people are going to work on? So I need to, Christy and owners need to work on pay structure, not structure, but rates, or per night creepers. We still need to continue the discussion a little bit on, and I could put that on the next meeting agenda, is that the incentives, not kind of like what's the best way to say it? The soft incentives for being actors.
Just like employee benefits.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Benefits. So that's going to be like food, snacks. The creepers actors get some benefits at the farm too. In fact, creepers actors get like a ton of benefits because
Well, they get in free to the festival, right?
Yeah,
Which that's
those type of things. So we need to kind of
dial that in.
Max
Mhm.
has those patches that he got, actor patches. What else do you guys have on this?
I'll work on getting an application put together, as well as kind of the job description, or posted on Indeed. My main question, I guess, is, do you guys have scheduled your first casting call? Is that
Yeah,
on?
July 7th. But
Do you have
we're gonna do
I don't know if
more
it
than
affects
those
that date at all,
two.
but I don't know if it affects that date at all, but I will be gone July 7th.
Yeah, I think we need to we're gonna need to do like more. It's gonna need to be like weekly, and we don't all have to be there, but if we have like two people between us four and Max, if we have two of us there, that's probably gonna be sufficient. And Natalie
Is that a Saturday?
I don't know.
So are these?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
So like a Friday evening, is that? Oh,
Yeah.
6 to 8. Okay. And then the 22nd from 3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah.
Just an idea on those dates. Pick different days of the week. because even if Friday sounds good or Saturday, you don't know how many people you're missing out that just can't do that day. So you gotta do
Yeah.
that week.
Definitely do one on Saturday morning, one on Saturday afternoon, one on Friday evening for sure.
Even like a weekday, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Or yeah, whatever. Agreed. Do we want to schedule one more in there? Maybe for that second week of July?
Do that, or we can do one in August.
No, I think oh sorry, Heather, I didn't mean to say no to what you
Oh.
said.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so
I'm
we
just here
have the
for the
7th
fun.
and we have the 22nd. Why don't we do like July 11th or like a weeknight, 11th or 12th or 13th?
Yep.
I'm here on the 11th and back. I get back on the 10th and I leave on the 12th. So 11th, I could come and make happen. But I'll be gone that days. Not that that has an over influence on it. Because I think Tuesday might tend to be a more like if people end up doing a weekend shift, it's Monday, Tuesday that they have off. Not a lot of people do Wednesday in the middle of the week off.
Sure.
Yeah, July 11th, Tuesday,
Okay.
and then we have the 22nd. And why don't we do one the last week of July? You want to try Monday the 24th?
Good.
Okay, so that's going to give us 4 of them on 4 different days. The only thing we don't have, like you suggested, Christy, was a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I don't know if that's, I was just throwing things out there. So let's start here and maybe, see what happens.
Yeah, who's getting up on a Saturday morning?
Right. So yeah, these people might not even, yeah, they might not.
I think if you're thinking about acting in a haunted house in July, you probably don't get up on Saturday morning.
Probably not.
That's not to be an over generalization, but just
Yeah,
Sounds
we're
good.
not talking early, we're talking like 10 or 11, so, but maybe you're right. They're still
Yeah, I also know a whole bunch of comedians that barely get paid anything to do comedy all the time. They get paid less than what you're talking about for doing comedy show that takes months to set up. So bet you can find a bunch. They're good at acting too. Throw that out there to my comedy. Yes, I do stand-up comedy. So yes.
Can we let's see. Oh, Christy, we can turn you loose, and then Ryan and Heather, I want to talk to you guys about build dates
Okay.
really quick.
I'm gonna work on this tomorrow. And I will, yeah, I'll be in touch tomorrow afternoon sometime, Cameron, on have you look over the application
Okay.
before we post it and stuff. Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Christy.
Good
See
rest
ya.
of your night. Bye.
All right.
Nice meeting you. Oh, you're gone. Sorry.
Do you guys have any thoughts on build dates? So remember last year, Heather, where we had like just it was there was a certain night that you're like, I'm out
It was
here
every Tuesday that they'd
Yeah,
come out and do
and
a
I'm-
build.
I don't want to force this. I'm just, in fact, maybe we just table it for now, but I think that it would be cool, like once we start getting into the groove of things, that we set some, if it's needed and if it's useful, I think it'd be good to just have like standard days or times or whatever that we're doing stuff.
So I plan on being there weekends, and I should probably share a more detailed schedule with you. Because obviously I'm, a long ways out and working, although I don't know, like it seems like I get more work done on some things, just coming home and working on them. But well, I don't know. I guess it's not that much longer leaving work to your place, and maybe 15-minute difference. But yeah, so weekends is when I plan to do my work out there. And then as far as build that I'm doing, like I said, I'm gone July 5th through July 19th. So a big middle section of July. So if there's other thing, I would like to get to a point where I can leave notes or like I'm gonna try to think this through of like what could I leave for like people that you bring in or other people to kind of fill in what I'm missing. And then I plan to hit, July will be kind of off and on, but when I do August, I plan to hit a lot out there in August because of course I have 20th through the 29th that I'm gone. And then September is like pretty much my life is going to be out there. So anyways, just putting it in there. So I don't just giving that input, but
yeah. So yeah, we can table that, but maybe it's something we just are thinking about what that might look like, whether Heather, if you're willing to head them up again.
Yep.
And
I
if
can do
there's
that.
things, I mean, it's kind of like, and maybe build isn't the right word, maybe decoration,
decorate, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the fine touches that are
There, I
Yeah.
mean, especially
helpful.
especially in late September when you've got those things like putting up dummies, putting up body bags, putting up dolls, things that take man hours that also don't necessarily take skill, but also feels like you're doing the main part of the thing. You know what I mean? They're great things to bring people in and do. Because like, I mean, how much, that's all on my schedule to do, but how much time do you want me spending on putting up dummies when you can have any old dummy put up dummies? Yeah, I gotta watch my comedy here. I'm gonna insult people. But
No.
I just called Heather a dummy right to her face.
Hey, I thought you meant all the other people.
No, of course not, Heather. I think
Ouch, you
awesome.
meant me.
All right, so yeah, let's just keep that in mind, and I think overall though, I feel really good about everything. So good job, you guys, and thanks. And yeah. Well, is there anything else? Sorry, that's all I had.
Oh, just a quick touch, so we don't have to go into it. I sent you that doc on activities that we can do this weekend. I don't know that it needs too much conversation unless you guys want to add to it or question any of the things. I didn't put anything on here that requires people to handle sharp objects or anything like that. It should all be pretty simple. And the stuff that's not as simple is kind of free form art, so they can't mess it up too much. Just as far as materials, I put the materials down there and wanted to see if you're okay with me purchasing these said items, because I could spend a fair amount of money buying tight foam and all these different things. So I don't know if that's something you want to look at the list and get back to me. I did look at those thick plastic curtains that we talked about for the separators, and I think we're gonna go need a different route. They're $150 per, and one won't even cover a whole thing. So we could switch to like plastic shower curtains that we could get at like Walmart. I've seen those be a thicker. So the 6 mil plastic is what we're white plastic. I've got to probably buy on Amazon or something like that. Is what we cover the build with, and that's not too expensive. And then just to give it something different, you can probably get a thicker plastic shower curtain type thing from home. I gotta go look around, but from Walmart, those type of things, it would have that kind of thicker feel, but not be $150. Per.
So was it 150 for how big of a sheet?
84 inches by 40 inches. So it'd be, the height would be right. The width would only be 40 inches, which is, less than 4 feet. We're doing 7 foot spans, which we don't have to do the full 7 spans. That's just the way they are now. But you would probably be buying 6 of them if you were to do. You'd be buying 6 of those if you. So that's a lot. No, yeah. So yeah, that's a lot for just a plastic barrier. So that's why I was thinking we could just go shower curtains, cut them up.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
have? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Ryan, yeah, I'm okay with you purchasing those things. I have your limit on your card you should see on the app.
Okay.
So you'll know. I think I put it at like $3,000, something like around
Oh, yeah.
3,000.
Not gonna spend
So,
that.
but that doesn't necessarily mean that's a free check to just spend and
No,
spend.
absolutely not. No, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you on the spending. I'm coming from the home hunt world.
Yeah.
I'm stunned that I can spend anything. So I was really my mausoleum build. I was nervous that I went over the $1,000 that you said, but I was like, look, half of this stuff is stuff that's gonna last past the mausoleum and be used on other things like the dry lock and the mud and all these types of things. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it tight.
Yeah.
Brian, do you have PVC cutters instead of a hacksaw?
You have a PVC cutter?
Yeah, I might have two. I thought I'd bring these out
You're
so
my
that you don't
idiot.
have to.
Aren't you cool? Look at you.
I'm pretty cool.
I didn't even
know
know.
this.
To be honest, I don't even want to say this out loud because it undermines me, but I didn't even know that was a thing. No, I guess
It's a thing.
Yeah, so
It'll
that's
go a
great.
lot faster than the saws.
Yeah, so basically, as you see on that list, real quick, you make the alien flowers, just making coolly designs on parchment paper with type foam. Wait till it sets up, and then you can make them 3D by turning them and putting more things on them and kind of putting it around. We'll spray paint it with fluorescent paints. We could also put some of the stocks together using PVC or wood scraps, and that's going to be kind of free form. Have some fun. We know.
Hey guys, sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, cool.
To talk to the power guys. So
yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll chat with Heather and Max later in the week just to plan kind of the day and how it's gonna go, and we'll just talk about that real quick. Have a short call and be ready to roll on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
Adios.
Bye.
Later.